Hi, welcome back. I'm still on the Chichester Harbour area near Bosham. I've strayed quite away from the original photographs that I took of this area and made more or less abstract paintings of the scene. I'll show you the one that I particularly like. Well, I'll see if I can find it. Well, this is the one I did on Monday. My trees are getting far too big for the actual view now. So what I'm going to do is put the clumps of trees, hawthorns, elderberries, along a bank here, with the salt marsh coming in here, showing some wet. So I'm going to put in the greens with the cadmium yellow and the black, and so we'll have one here. I'll come down here. And then we'll do versions of that going down around that roadway, which is the main road. Well, it's a secondary road between Portsmouth and Chichester, underneath the A27 for those that you know it, and some little ones here as it goes round the bay. And in that I'll mix in a bit of blue with some burnt umber, a bit of white, and we can put in some, not sure if this will work, but I'll change it if I need to. So we're coming around here and we're putting, let's have a bit of this, just to remind me of water there. And I'll just put in a bit more blue as we come around this area here. So this is sort of roadway. Okay, so we're basing our painting on that. That dry. It's a very warm day again. We've had 4 fabulous days. It says in the, we're about 27, 28 at the moment, probably, in South London, which is more than warm enough for us. We're not used to this warm. Very nice, make the most of it. Right, so I'll put in some yellow ochre and some white for the grasses. I'm not working for anything. I couldn't find the photographs I'd taken of these, but they're on a hard drive, external hard drive, that I've got 2 hard drives that I put all my videos and photographs on to get them off the computer, and sometimes forget where they've gone. Right, okay, so we'll have a bit of green in there. Right, let's get some more, let's get some burnt sienna. Let's get this in here. Some marsh grass coming in. This is still going to be abstract. Right, I'm going to give that a bit of a spray so that this paint flows a bit quicker. I primed it with the burnt sienna acrylic mixed with some PVA glue to dilute it, I think there's something in the dilution that makes it actually a good underpainting that won't peel. I think if you use it, paint straight, I'm not sure about this, if you paint straight onto the support with pure acrylic paint, there's a chance it will lift, it won't adhere. So if you prime it with a thinner coat of like 30% mix of PVA glue, acrylic paint and water, let it dry, or dry it, you should be okay. Just want to cover the ground colour. Ground meaning the raw sienna, the burnt sienna. Just helps it to, it's drying so quick. All right. Some nice lights here. Right, okay, that'll do. Let's firm up on these bushy trees. So my black and my yellow can mix a bit of red in there. So this one will be sort of a bush coming down into here. Cover that up. Didn't mean to do that. Okay. And then we'll add a bit of blue to the next one. So what we're trying to get is an effect of that the road is going along there into the distance. I've still probably come over too far. I'll change it with the sky. Let's put some sky in. Clean my brush. Bit of ochre. Bit of umber. Don't worry about getting detail and finishing it in one go. Remember that you're building it up as you go along. This is just underpainting. Oh dear. So let's bring those over and there a bit. A bit of red in there, I think. Let's warm it up. Really, that's about as far as I want to come out in that with these trees. Because I'm not working from anything, I'm working from poor memory. Right, let's get a bit of grey in there. Right, that's probably a bit better. Right, okay, so there's a start. Let's bring the water down in here. I'll put a bit of dark on the horizon and in the sky. Now, let's just bring that sky in over there a bit. Right, okay, that's a bit more like it. Now remember, sky, your clouds are never white. They've always got a colour. You have to look at it. If you hold a white sheet of paper up to a white cloud, or what you think is a white cloud, you'll see that the cloud's got quite a bit of colour. But since we're not painting a representational view, we're making it up as we go along. So let's get a bit of cloudy colour, so a bit of blue, a bit of umber. Well, just to give an impression of clouds wafting across the sky, just to start, and we'll do this tree here now, so we get a nice greeny mix. I'll mix a couple of yellows in with the black. Right, that's as far as I wanted that to come out really. Oops, don't like that. Okay, so that's sort of a bit better, I think. Ooh. Right, now we'll put a bit of blue in. There's a bit of recession going on around here. Right, I'll add a little bit of darker sky on that horizon, but a warm colour, so burnt umber. See what that's like. I just wanted you to do this to counter change the water, the sea, the incoming tide. These are clouds. but now I'm got to be careful with the counter change between them. Right. This paint's drying very, very quickly today. So I can counter change a bit there. Well, we'll get there in the end. Right, that gives me something to work with. Let's get some clouds. Get the light in between. Bit of orange. Cadmium orange is lovely mixed with white. Well, it gives a lovely warmth to the sky. But don't try to overwhelm it with orange, but overhead sun. Catching the overhead clouds there. It's what I call a complicated sky. There's a lot going on. Not complicated in the difficult sense of the word. But with a lot going on. So I'm getting carried away, so I'm enjoying doing the sky. Look. I want it blended, but I don't want it looking bitty. Right, I'm going to let that go for a minute. Let's just get some bit of grey, warm grey, bit of cadmium red and a bit of ultramarine. Just in here. Okay, well that's a reasonable slow mo. Let's change the brush and just do this, stiffen up that horizon there. Just a bit of blue and a bit of burnt umber. If I say umber, you'll know what I mean. I don't use raw sienna, raw umber. I haven't even got it. So I'm going around the bay here. Right. Oh, that's looking quite nice online. Well, on my camera anyway. Oh, I quite like that sky. I'm going to brighten it up a little bit here and there, but I want it to dry off. And I'm just going to re-clip it. Get it nice and flat. This is a bit of Fabriano. Oh no, it's not. I'm sorry, it's Bockingford. It's a bit of Bockingford. £140. and the size of it, it's not standard. I did it because I've got a mount cut this sort of size, so I thought it's 15 by 10, slightly smaller than my Fabriano. It's because I've got this mount here that's cut that sort of size up. So right, let's carry on. Right, I want to put in some bit of a nice yellowy stuff here, just catching a bit of light. Now warm that up with a bit of red, so we've got a bit of sort of orangey yellow. Just putting a bit of colour in this relentless black. No, I need it a bit brighter on there now. Okay. And a little bit in here. Bit of dark in there. So a little bit of black. Well, I say black, it's a very dark green. Because I want to just enhance around there. Still want to go lighter in there. It's this counter change all the time, light against dark. So a little bit of white to that green. See if that helps. Yeah, get in there. Okay, so let's concentrate a bit on the horizon there, but I wanted to reflect the sky, so we're just going a bit of light there, a bit more light. Just reduce that intensity there, just put a bit of light in here. Don't forget your bird holes. Right, that's looking quite subtle. Right, now we're going to put in all this now. Bit of umber, warm colours, bit of red in with the umber. And I can superimpose some green on top of that. It's a very dark, reddy umber. More or less the ground colour. Get some green in there. My viridian's gone a bit dry. So it's a couple of days old and it's been in the stay wet palette, and I didn't give it a bit of a spray with water, which is a bit remiss, but there we are. So I'm going to put my poppies in. Just dragging the dry brush over this. I'm just using the edge of the brush just to show some grasses. I don't want to use the rigger if I can help it. The rigger, for those that don't know what I'm talking about, is a brush like that, refined, a few hairs, a bit like me. Okay, put some of that in there. Something to counterchange my poppies with. Right, I'm still going to do that. That's still not coming up bright enough in there. Prettying it up a little bit. Right, now a nice green from the black and the yellow. Just want a little bit showing through. It's a bit better. Right, I'm going to do the water now. So I'm just going to use a bit of sky colour, but much lighter. Bring that water in here. Now this is still an abstract, it's still only a representation of my memory. Right, let's get that light over there. It's almost as if the sun is coming through there, isn't it? So let's enhance it a little bit. Well, that's quite interesting. I'm not going to do much more there. I'm just going to enjoy that. Just get that a bit brighter here. Right, now I reckon a couple of little poppies. So let's just go in the yellow. Right, so a bit of my red, a bit of my orange. Can't get away from these poppies that were in this area. Right, I'm going to put my little yachts on, coming out of bottom. Well, hope this isn't going to be too naff. Well, that is closer to what I had in mind. I'm not really sure whether I can improve down there on this bit here, so have a go at it. It's just a tangle of foliage. Let's put some shadow in. Bit of shadow in there, a bit of blue. Right, now just a little bit along here. So here we're looking towards Portsmouth. Can't see the Spinnaker Tower, but I'm just right. I'm going to let that go. I can't really see that I can do much more than that. Just going to go a little bit lighter in that sun, if I can. It wasn't going to be anything like that, but that's what it's going to be now. Okay, I'll put it in a mount and we'll have a look at it. Just take that off. When these clips fall on the floor, I have to make sure they don't end up in my waste paper basket and thrown away. Right. What's that? Oh. Right, well that's another sort of impressionist or abstract impression. Let's bring you round. Oh, it's got something, isn't it? I'll put words in your mouth, but it's got a lot of light coming through. We've got the recession, light against dark, warm greens going to cool greys, some naff boats, and just this simple foreground with some poppies. I can, I suppose, put little tiny dobs of white here and there. Stuff like that. Right, that'll do. You can poke and prod these together, and it's resisting the temptation to do more than you need to do. Better left understated rather than overstated. I quite like the sky. It's got a pastel effect to it. Have a go at these things. They're good fun. They're not as easy as they look. They've got their own problems. Nothing's easy. Nobody said it's going to be easy. Just have to practice. Thanks for watching. See you soon.